Video games can be one of the best activities to relieve some stress, as has been proven by many studies on the matter. But on the flip side, developers can also choose to create games and in turn, levels that actually induce a sense of stress while playing. There's of course a very fine line between a stressful level and a frustrating one, and today, we will be looking at the former. To that effect, here are 10 of the most stressful video game levels. Phantom Express, CUPHEAD. CUPHEAD is no stranger when it comes to frantic firefights and grueling duels against towering behemoths of bosses, and the Phantom Express is most certainly no different in this regard. Set as an endless train ride, players have to remain confined to the wooden platform while chipping away at the ghostly Phantom and dodging his attacks. Subsequent phases of the fight also require you to maneuver the wooden platform while attacking the increasingly deadlier attacks of the boss. Paying attention to so much happening on the screen can definitely induce sheer panic in most players, which makes this level so damn stressful. Mass Effect 2, the Suicide Mission.
Go, we'll cover you!
Something's wrong, the door's stuck! Stop it! Here they come! Fall back!
Suppressing fire! Don't let anyone through that door!
Mass Effect 2 is a breathtaking space opera, punctuated by difficult choices and tangible consequences, so it stands to reason that its finale, the aptly named Suicide Mission, will hold the most ramifications of what players have done until this point in the game. Any wrong moves will hold tangible setbacks like your crewmates dying, permanent damage to the Normandy, or even the untimely demise of series protagonist Shepard. As such, players need to make the best of preparations before heading out and playing with intent to have a shot at success, which, as you can imagine, can be really stressful for those deeply invested in the series. Bank Level, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was gonna say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
The bank mission is a level that just oozes with the feeling of being a super secret spy. The mission sees series protagonist Sam Fisher infiltrate a bank's secure vault to find out information about a top secret government deal, and then stealing an exorbitant amount of money to cover it up as a bank heist. The bank premise is crawling with numerous guard patrols and is filled with plenty of locked doors, security cameras, and lasers that only guards can pass through. One has to keep tabs on so many things at the same time. More so if you're pursuing the coveted Ghost playstyle. Stormy Ascent, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Stormy Ascent represents the peak difficulty in the original Crash Bandicoot. Originally cut from the PS1 release of the game, Stormy Ascent is available as a part of the Insane Trilogy. This one hell of a level is all about ascending to the top of a castle, with multiple obstacles barring your way. There are prisoners peeking out of their cells, scientists throwing bottles of deadly poison, and plenty of mechanical barriers like spikes and stairs that transform into slopes after a short interval. The main challenges require players to have a mastery of the game's many invisible timings to even have a shot at clearing this level. Add to that sparse checkpoints, and it's not hard to understand why most players give up on this particular level. Microwave Level, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Kojima is known as one of the finest storytellers in all of gaming, and the microwave hallway level is a great example of his masterful storytelling. Without any mechanical obstacles, Kojima manages to induce a sheer panic in the heart of a player. The level sees Old Snake crawling through a corridor that's filled with microwave-emitting weapons. Players are greeted with a constantly depleting health bar alongside a glimpse at Snake's comrades failing to hold their ground. As Snake progresses through this hallway, we also see bits and pieces of his armor melting away as he literally crawls through to the final stretch of the level. Dark Bramble, Outer Wilds. With an interesting progression loop and an intriguing storyline, Mobius Digital's Outer Wilds is easily one of the most creative games of the last generation. While not the most demanding in terms of difficulty, the planet Dark Bramble can prove to be a stressful experience for first-timers. Located at the far end of the overworld, this planet is engulfed by a thick mist that significantly hampers visibility. Add to that plenty of thorns and the constant danger of a giant fish that will attack you if it hears your sound, and Dark Bramble can become a literal nightmare to explore. But what makes this so stressful is you have to keep returning to this area in search of more secrets to advance the plot, which of course requires fending these threats over and over and over again. Eye Operation, Dead Space 2.
Step 1, crawl inside. Step 2, the screws go tight all around.
Visceral's Dead Space series is already scary and stressful as it is, but the eye operation sequence in Dead Space 2 can most certainly knock one's stress levels to 11. The sequence sees protagonist Isaac Clarke undergoing an eye operation that allows him to see visions of Nicole. As you enter the machine, you get strapped with shackles and a needle slowly approaches your eye as the camera pans closer and closer. You have to place the needle at the center of the eyeball to perform a successful operation, which is easier said than done with the constant motion of the eyeball. In case you fail to aim correctly, you're met with a gory death sequence that could easily pass as a Mortal Kombat fatality. Blood Kelp Zone, Subnautica. Subnautica is an enigmatic and beautiful survival game set against the backdrop of a mostly underwater alien planet. Its core gameplay revolves around collecting resources and building gear that will help you explore the furthest depths of the ocean. As you can imagine, the murky depths are filled with hostile beasts such as the likes of bone sharks, crab snakes, reapers, and many more. What makes these encounters even more stressful is the fact that players can't actually kill these creatures, so you'll have to cautiously find your way around these obstacles. The Keeper, The Evil Within. Tango Gameworks' excellent horror debut, The Evil Within, is filled with horrifying encounters with equally horrendous beasts, and the boss fight with the Keeper is definitely one of its highlights. Literally having a box for his head, the Keeper boss fight is a frantic affair that tests players' awareness and adaptability. While taking down the boss isn't so hard with the right weapons, he'll respawn back to life after a short period. As such, you have to make the most out of this short time window to turn off all the valves in the arena, or else it will get engulfed in toxic gas. Juggling between these two objectives is easier said than done, as you also have to scour the arena in search of loot and ammo to keep your weapons well fed at all times. Deep Nest, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is an excellent amalgamation of a cutesy art style and a fair bit unforgiving difficulty courtesy of its Souls inspiration. While the game has no shortage of difficult bosses and areas, Deep Nest is easily one of its most stressful. Located in the southwest corner of the map, set against a dark and gloomy backdrop, players have to clear out treacherous platforming challenges while tending to random encounters with spiders and to fight a variety of difficult enemies and bosses. It's a stressful level, sure, but exploring it in a thorough manner will reward players with useful items from the late game challenges. Did you know? We at GamingBolt upload new videos every day. Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.